Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Looking at a Soldier Force. That should be, yep, Chap Mei. Giant Exobot playset. Looks really quite cool. And it does have a walking function, judging by this. And it has a button at the top there. So let me have a press of that and let's see what happens. I wonder how well that's going to walk. That does look pretty damn cool. Looks nice, big for sure. We see a picture on the back. The pilot goes in. He's actually a proper pilot. And it's got some articulation I can see in the arms as well, which is nice. Very, very cool. On the side, see the same picture again. And then the other side, just some artwork. Underneath there is just nothing worth our time or attention. Okay, I'm going to unbox this, set it up and get into this. If you like this sort of content, please consider joining the Patreon. There's a link in the video description below. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, here we are, unboxed, set up. Let's have a look at the pilot first. They've literally just used a aeroplane or helicopter pilot and just stuck him in there. It's a decent enough figure, not really my cup of tea because the limited articulation and the proportions, and the back is so bland. But hey, I mean, I could take the head off and cut off that little tube and use it on another figure perhaps, but I don't know. And then the mech itself, the top heavy, because the legs I think are a bit hollow. It's got some wheels in there, didn't notice that before. So we could roller skate by. But it doesn't go backwards, it only goes forward. So maybe there's a motor on that. I didn't take off that part. There we go. Pretty nice having these sort of almost tracks there. The back we can see, I'm assuming that's a battery compartment or something here. Bit plain, but a bit of paintwork on this will look quite nice. The gap here is a bit big, the line there which is sealed, and got some spur marks there. It's on try me. There's an off and an on. Let's put it back onto the on. There is a space here, which is fantastic because you can actually put another figure in that space just there. Possibly sitting. No, I can't sit down. Not enough leg space. But you can get a figure in there or use it for storage. And then we come to the sides, and then again to the front. Okay, so I've got it. Did I put it on? I think I did. I've got it on. Let's try walking towards the camera and see what happens. Okay, so the walking action is via those wheels, but it does do it pretty cool. It's quite nice looking. I've just stuck it into the off position. So articulation, we can see the arms do go to the side. Not that strong, but it's okay. They do bend here. You can move them from there. Pretty good. The wrist is solid though. There's no articulation on the fingers. And that's pretty much it. And then the cockpit does open. Really nice inside. That's a lovely control chair, but there's no controls for the figure there. I mean, to be almost tempted to take that out and try and fit two chairs in there, but that's very cool. If I get the figure, I mean, it's going to have a lot of space because Chap Mei figures are big, and I can close that with his legs out straight, which is really quite cool. Very, very nice. Let's get an idea of the size. Come back, see his feet as well. Okay, so from top to bottom, we're looking at about 12.5 inches. So looking about 32 cm. And then width, shoulders is the widest point. We're looking at about 7.5 inches, about 27 cm. So quite a big boy. Does look pretty cool. I do like that a lot. Let me try another figure in the cockpit first of all. So I use my Omen from Fortnite because he's on the table here and he's quite big and he can bend his legs around the chair to sit down properly too. And that's just going to be ridiculously easy for him to sit down in, that has to be said. Yeah, no problems at all to sit in your normal 4-inch figures. Now what's interesting, there's a couple of open slats you can possibly see in the sides of the chair. Let me move this up slightly. There's an open space there and there. You could make your own controls, stick in there, glue them in there, stick them out if you wanted to. Okay, let's get a little comparison for size. Let's close this up first. Okay, so here's there. If I get my Marauder Task Force red shadow, what I'm using is red shadows, I'll stick him in front. You get to see that this is a particularly big, this head's a bit loose, boy. In fact, if I move it across to the side slightly. Okay, and then if I get my Clod from Zyber 9, who I love this mech so much, and I reviewed him recently, stick him next to it. You see it towers above Clod. However, I'd probably put my money on Clod in a fight, range or close combat. Great mech by Chap Mei. I've got to say, for the price, I mean, I paid 20 odd quid, got this from like Netherlands delivered or something like that, 20, 30 quid 2 years back perhaps. For the price, for the look and the fact you got articulated shoulders and biceps, I think Chap Mei have done a really good job on this bargain mech. You can find one that's pretty cool. A paint job on that will look absolutely fantastic, particularly if you've got like the Joy Toy diorama sets or Fresh Retro diorama sets as well. That would work out really nice with those. Okay, if you like this sort of content, again, please consider joining the Patreon, link in the video description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to this channel, stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.